As the Syrian army continues its advance after retaking Palmyra from Islamic State, new details are emerging about the successful operation in the city. What you're seeing behind me now is exclusive footage from the area filmed by RT's Reptile news agency. Our correspondent Lizzie Phelan reports from the city described as the Pearl of the Desert.
You can see here just some of the impressive military hardware that ISIS have in their possession that has made the battle for Palmyra so tough. Here there's 3 tanks that have been destroyed by pro-government forces by an airstrike. We're in an electricity plant at the southern entrance to Palmyra that was just retaken last night by pro-government forces, by an elite unit of the Syrian army called the ISIS Hunters, which was only launched very recently with the exclusive purpose of retaking and protecting Palmyra. By taking this plant, they cut ISIS supply route into Palmyra. But the rapid advance, they advanced extremely fast over the last 24 or 48 hours, has been stalled, and that's because ISIS have resorted to their very common tactic of ladening this entire area with thousands of mines. We're extremely close to ISIS positions, less than 2 kilometers away. If we zoom in, we can see ISIS tanks. They're firing towards this area. We're in the military airport of Palmyra that only within the last few hours has been taken by pro-government forces. There's also ISIS tanks around 2.5 kilometers from here. One of them just fired towards our position. They're moving constantly to make it harder for them to be targeted. Pro-government forces here warning that it looks like they're just about to start another offensive. Now, Palmyra is under the control of pro-government forces, but it's not yet known whether there are still ISIS fighters holed up in the city. The Syrian army still has to go street by street to check that the entire city is free from ISIS fighters. At the moment, they are on the retreat to the northeast of the city, perhaps on towards Raqqa or Deir ez-Zor.
Our Reptile video agency also filmed exclusive drone footage showing the ancient city of Palmyra and the state of its famous landmarks. The Russian Defense Ministry pointed out their jets have not been carrying out airstrikes on historic monuments in order to preserve the ancient city's legacy. The ministry, however, added that Russian air power played a key role in the anti-ISIL operation. Military analyst Kamal Alam believes Moscow's involvement in the liberation was crucial.
I think it's very significant because obviously Palmyra was lost late last year, which was a big blow to the Syrian government and its allies. But retaking it very quickly, actually in 6 weeks, is a very positive step, especially when you look at what's happening in Al-Bab, in Al-Manbij and Raqqa. I think it's all interconnected. This is the first time all the contested cities have gone after by different sides. You have the Syrian Kurds going after the same city, you have the Turkish-backed forces, but it's the Russian Air Force-backed Syrian military that's retaken it first. The Russian Air Force has been coordinating very closely with the Syrian military, and I do not think it would have been possible without Russian help, because the Syrian military is stretched. It can only fight at one given place at one time, so Russian help has been the deciding factor.